All right, everyone. So this is the part 2 to the first video. So you're probably gonna see the first video, and then when you come to the website, then you'll see the second video here too. So listen to both. These videos are 31 minutes and 46 seconds. I know that's long, but come on, invest this hour. Even if you trust me, just grab 1 hour out the day. And, it's probably gonna be an hour and a half. Yeah, an hour. What a great information. I forgot to tell you that here I am. Let me hold this book. This is the feature of these 2 videos. We did the first 5 chapters I talked to you about. I put a lot of stuff in there. I was speaking fast as I could. Now, what I forgot to say in the first video, I'm not a minister, I'm not a pastor, and I'm not a deacon. I have not studied theology. I study I am. And that's why these series are called I Amology. And remember, John 8:58, I write that verse. Before Abraham was, I am. Now let's take that farther. Before the universe was, and the world that I put in the universe, that I put Abraham on, I am. That is I am focused. When I say I am focused, most beings will say mine. But I'm telling you, I'm breaking the grammar rules on purpose here. I'm breaking the grammar rules on purpose. So you'll hear me do things grammatically incorrect, only to get you to have first cause respect and experience. So I'll say, I am book, or I am wife, or I am sons, or I am family, or I am community. I am is inclusive. But if I say my, you'll feel like, oh, you and your community, and you feel separate. And then you possibly feel you can be unfair in certain ways to your community or your neighbors or your wife or your family. And when you do that, you're being unfair as and unto the self you are. So I use the term I am son. Man, I got to be right by my sons. First of all, I love them. But if I'm not right by them, I'm not right by I am self. I'm not right as I am self. Let me tell you something. Allow the self you are, and I'm not going to say yourself, so I take off the word R, the letter R, and then say you self, right? Again, I'm breaking grammar rules, but I'm waking you up in self-empowerment. The purpose, the main theme on this channel is to empower you, to have you have self-empowerment. But before you are self-empowered, you really are always self-empowered. But before you know that you're self-empowered, you must have self-realization and self-awareness. You must be, not just have. You are self-realization. You are self-awareness. And you are self-empowered. Okay? Once you know the self, you wake up as the self you are, which you have been asleep as, allowing all these other things to appear to be you or real. You the self, you the foundation. There's a verse in the Bible, it's Corinthians, I believe it's Corinthians 3 something, then it's 10, 11, 12, and 13, where it said the foundation that no man can build. The foundation upon all things that we experience is I am. I am is that foundation. So if you say I'm going to the store, I'm going to the store. I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm running, I'm running. I'm working out, I'm working out. I'm talking to my sibling. I'm talking to my sons or my wife. I'm talking to my friend. I'm going to work. I'm going to cut the grass. I'm going to fix the vehicle. I'm going to take the vehicle for a wash. You notice how I am proceeds is the first word in every sentence. First cause is I am. So here on this channel, that's why these series of videos are called I Amology. I Amology equals youology, and you equal I Amology. 1, not 2, 1. So this awareness is you. Okay? So that's what I'm doing with this book. You are everything, and everything is you. And the book is written where you experience first cause. Now, at the other video, I forgot to say, I talked about this is a transcendental self-awareness meditative research manual where I refer you to other books, the Bible, right? I talked to you about what the Bible is, a manual, how to operate the power you are. like a manual in the glove compartment of a vehicle, is how to operate the power of the vehicle is. You can take the manual and hit someone with it. That's not like hitting them with that vehicle. The vehicle is the power. The manual is the instructions how to operate that power. You are the power. If you take a Bible and hit somebody with it, they just look at you. But if you take your fist and hit them, they're going to feel the power. Okay? Mike Tyson couldn't knock anybody out with a Bible, but he could knock them out with a left and right hook. Mike is the power. So are you. And this book is how to operate the power you are. Don't give this book more power than you are. You're the power. If you did do that, only reason that this can be in power is because you pouring the power you are into there. This is how to operate the power you are. Like the manual and glove compartment of the vehicle is how to operate the power as the vehicle. And the same thing with a microwave oven. The microwave oven is the power, but the manual that comes in the box is how to operate the power as the microwave oven. So now you know, let's put that in perspective. So I forgot to say, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so all these great videos that you hear right now like this, you'll be notified every time I come out with a video. Okay? And these videos are to bless you, to wake you up to what you really are, so you can now start enjoying the blessings you are. You can start enjoying the blessings you are and no longer creating the lessons you are. So stop being the lessons and start being the blessings. And blessings come as self-awareness, self-realization, and then automatically you realize that you are self-empowered to cause whatever and whomever you, and whatever you love to experience, because you are everything and everything is you. You get a copy of this book, click on that link on the I Am Publication YouTube channel. You'll see a link off to the side. You click on that, it'll take you right to the website. Okay, and then that website is www.youreverythinggood.com. www.youreverythinggood.com. And then you go on there, you'll see some other speakers on there. And remember, anytime you hear them use the word T-H-I-N-K, T-H-I-N-K-I-N-G, T-H-O-U-G, when you hear them use the word T-H-I-N-K, put I am instead, or conceive. When you hear them use the word T-H-I-N-K-I-N-G, put conceiving, or I aming. I created a word. I aming, right? Instead of saying I am T-H-I-N-K. I'm using dialogue and creating words to keep you from being here. See, this is the forbidden fruit. When Adam and Eve went here and they started T-H-I-N-K and I-N-G, they moved out of the Garden of Eden, which is the heart. Problem, solver. Problem, solver. Problem, solver. Questions, answers. Questions, answers. Intelligence, wisdom. Intelligence, wisdom. Finite, infinity. Finite, infinity. You know finite can never beat infinity. Intelligence is trying to go where wisdom already is. Now, the more intelligent someone is, the less compassionate they are. Why? Because they move farther from the heart. Just study anyone that's very, very intelligent. You very rarely find qualities of compassion there. But when they start moving back to the heart, compassion is a quality as the heart, not just of the heart, but as the heart. The heart is the first organ developed in a woman's uterus, and that's when the doctor will say, you have life in you. They hear the heartbeat. The heart creates the rest of the organs. That's the only organ in the body that has sound, other than sometimes the intestines, when you hear like a little stomach growl or whatever. Okay? But the heart, all day long, and all of the life you are, the wonderful life you are, is boom, 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 boom. The brain, you don't need a brain. Yes, that's right. You heard me. You don't need a brain. You know why? Because you have a brain. What you need your brain to do is be quiet, silent, still, and peaceful. A quiet, silent, still, peaceful brain is a very healthy brain. And that's right, a healthy brain. Notice how healthy and happy and rejuvenated you feel after a good solid 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night. You wake up, you feeling like, whoa, this is a great day. You're ready to go out and enjoy the day. But if you wake up and you didn't get all your sleep, you only got 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, you wake up undernourished, undernourished sleep-wise. And your body rejuvenates when you get all your rest. You look younger, you feel vibrant. Anytime you don't get enough sleep, you look in the mirror, you look like you've been in a fight all night, like you've been fighting all night instead of just rejuvenating. So a quiet, still, peaceful brain is the best brain and the healthy brain. When the brain is quiet, the brain is healthy. When it's a monkey brain active, can't sleep, create insomnia, right? You know this. So the heart Follow the heart. That's a adage. And you know the word judgmental means here. You being here. You never heard a word called judge emotional. If you hear as, and you hear me, listen, on this channel, I break the grammar rules on purpose so that I can have you experience first cause experience, so that you have first cause experience, realization, and you know what you are. Right? So I do, like, instead of saying your, I'll say you. Instead of saying it's, I'll say I am. Like this house, it's wonderful, right? Most beings that would say, right? But I'll say this house, I am wonderful. Or the community, instead of saying it's where I live, the community is I am where I live. You see the difference? Yeah. So school is out. Don't try to get good grades. Don't try to get good grades. Discontinue that. I'm going to pause this video because I got a phone call coming in. You can hear that. Hold on. All right, guys, we're continuing this recording. So I'm saying a whole lot. These are very powerful videos. And I'm so grateful that I'm getting all this in here, because these two videos are going to be together on the website. So when you come and you get a copy of this book, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified of all new videos that I'm bringing out. Hit the like button and leave wonderful supportive comments, because this channel is for you, and I'm supporting you with great information and self-realization and awareness and self-awakening, self-awareness, self-realization, self-empowerment. I'm only looking to empower you. We're no longer going to empower these things, MIND, which is misinformation needing demolition, or law of attraction or subconscious. Remember, John 8:58 says, before Abraham was. John 8:58 says, before Abraham was, I am. Let's take that farther. Before the universe was, that I put the world in, that I put Abraham on, I am. John 8:58 doesn't say before Abraham was, MIND was, law of attraction was, subconscious. No. There's a verse in the Bible that says, when you know that, whom do you say that I am? I believe that's Matthew 16:15. Whom do you say that I am? And it says, and then it's another scripture that says, if you don't know that I am, you will perish in your SINs. Now, in parentheses, SINs mean mistake. Mistake. Like that means mistake, right? When you mistake yourself for something, you're making a mistake. And mistake is just a synonym as the word SIN. When archers would compete, centuries ago, and they would miss the bullseye, they would say, you just SINNED. You notice I'm not saying the words, I'm spelling these words on purpose, because the words, John 6:63 said, the words we speak are spirit and life. No, that verse should have been written this way. I am spirit and I am life. Speaking I am self as words. Isaiah 55:11. The words that goeth forth out of I am mouth shall not return to I am body void. You see that? When you have clear understanding, and you notice I said in the other video, I am not it. Get the word it out, unless you like to have something that's separate from you. Like it's, like the MIND. It's a terrible thing. To waste. Waste means throw away. So we'll call this an it. Law of attraction, we'll call that an it. Subconscious, we'll call that an it. But you are I am. And that's not an it. That is I am. So don't mislabel I am. Got that? All right. So now that I put these things in perspective, I am is your only focus. Do not empower anything else, because they are created. They're not the creator. This was created. This was created. This was created. These are terminologies that man created, but I am created. I am self as man. So if Abraham was the first being that called man, I believe there was someone before Abraham. But before that being was, I am. And more importantly, before the universe was, that I put the world in, that I put that first being on, I am. Why would you look for anything else? Why would you empower anything else? Because whatever else you empower, you make yourself a slave to that. And that's your fault. Especially now that you have a channel like this where you can come and become self-realized, self-aware, and self-empowered. Why would you keep on disempowering yourself by empowering other things, other concepts, because someone else is saying that? Let me tell you something. I'm not a minister. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a deacon. All right? If you would call me anything, you would say I'm a conversationalist. Or you could say inspirational speaker or motivational speaker. Okay, because I'm motivating and inspiring you to self-realization, self-awareness, and self-empowerment. I am conversationally moving you toward self-awareness, self-empowerment, self-realization. But I'm not a deacon. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a minister. I'm not going to be one. I'm not studying to be one. And I'm not trying to be mean and be facetious, but they studied theology. And I'm speaking as I amology. Theology was created by man. I am created man. I am is man, woman, and child, not just man. Because in the Bible, they only use maybe the prepositions, not prepositions, pronouns, and they use the male gender. But that man can't be man without woman. It takes a man to impregnate a woman for a woman to have, it takes, I am, not no it, get the it out of here. Ain't no it, I am. See what I'm saying? See how I caught myself? Catch yourself like that. Start catching yourself when you're using the terms it, when you should be best using I am. Catch yourself. You just saw me do that. Now you do the same thing. I am takes a man and I am takes a woman to create I am as a man via starting as the form as a baby boy. And I am takes a man and I am takes a woman to create a baby girl to become a woman. Do you see that? All right. So I am is male and female coming together to allow I am as what's called baby boys and baby girls. Really, what I am is doing is coming together as I am as male, female, as I am as man, I am as woman, to I am self as a baby, and I am is starting all over again. Listen, when you're ready to listen to the real truth and really information will come to you when you're ready. Like they said, when the student is ready, the teacher will show. When you're ready, and remember, you're not you ready, I am ready. When you say I'm ready, I am will show up. Here's I am showing up. You're on this channel. That's right. And I'm speaking as truth, about truth. And you know I'm right. Because I'm backing up everything I'm saying from Scripture. Before any scrolls were printed, I am. Before any universe was allowed to be, and before the world was allowed to be in that universe, before I am allowed what's called man and woman to be on the earth, I am. Before that man and woman was on earth and created scrolls to write, I am. I am the information before I was put in the book. I am the information. I am the truth before I was written on scrolls. I am the truth before I was written on scrolls. So the scrolls are not in power. The scrolls are not the power. I am the power that the information on the scrolls, aka, and then later on in the book called Bible was written about. I'm the power, and that I am is you. When you say I am, you're saying and speaking as that power you are. That's what this book is talking about. You get this book, I'm going to refer you to what's called the Bible Bible. I'm going to refer you to YouTube channels. I talked about that. www.thereleasetechnique.com. You got to go there. Scientology, don't be afraid. Go find out for yourself, and then you will know. You're not just THINKING, you know. You know by being courageous, and go and find out yourself. They're there to help, trust me. Sounds a little different than most religious philosophies, but they're there to put you through courses for you to have self-realization, self-awareness, and self-empowerment. They're not going to tell you what you are, but as you go through those courses, you will discover it, and you'll tell yourself you are. All right? Then there's the Meditation Center, www.themeditationcenter.com. There's one in North Hollywood where I go. I haven't been to the one in Hollywood yet. The one in Beverly Hills, they moved to Hollywood. Then there's one in Santa Monica. They're from South Korea. The release technique was started by a gentleman named Lester Leviston. The first name was the Sedona method because he was in Sedona, Arizona when he discovered that. When the doctor told him, with all his knowledge and all his education, this man had degrees in engineering, physics. He had like 5 degrees. He went to Rutgers University. And he had all this knowledge, all this intelligence going. And he came to, all that drove him to a place where the doctor said, you only have these many days to be around. And he was like, wait a minute. All this knowledge, all these degrees, this is stupid, stupid, stupid. So he went because he was a physicist, and he understood, remember I said always understand and overstand, but never understand. Never do that. You feel the empowerment when you say understand and overstand. That's much more powerful than the other, okay? Be aware of the words you're speaking because you are spirit and life. John 6:63 said, the words we speak are spirit and life. But that verse should have been written this way. I am. You see that? I am. Always go back to I am. I am precedes everything. Never say the words are spirit and life. The words are not. It does not say in John 8:58, I am, not no it, excuse me. I am does not say in John 8:58, before Abraham was, word was. No. I am, and then words are I am tools. So before Abraham was, I am, not word. In the beginning was the word I am, spoken. And the word was with I am, as I am. And the word was I am. But remember, I'm before the word. And then John 1:14 said, now I am this word being flesh. That means being a visible manifestation, dwelling as I am. You see? But I am is always first. Always go back to that. Do not put anything before I am. Don't put anyone before I am. Always go back to I am. You can never go wrong always starting as the source. Because the source is infinite wisdom. And intelligence is always trying to go where wisdom intelligence trying to go where wisdom already is. Einstein said, no accumulated amount of knowledge, no accumulated amount of knowledge or acquired education can equal the imagination. And the imagination is a synonym for as I am. So you can do all the studying you feel like. You can put your head together with all the professors in the world, and all of you cannot create one little fingernail that can grow and come out and regrow. Not even see that? That's a fingernail. We're not talking about the finger that the fingernail is growing out of, or the hand that the finger is connected to, or the awareness that you are to listen to this, or the breathing. All that's I am. So Einstein came to that realization, just like Lester Leviston came to the realization, and he created the Sedona method. And he healed himself by taking emotional charges off concepts and beliefs to the point he had no non-loving feelings in his body. And the body, I am self is Lester Leviston body basically healed I am self. Then he created this thing called the Sedona method. And then later on, he met Lawrence Crane, and they call it, together they decide to call this the release technique, because they're releasing emotions off of not cool concepts. And Lawrence Crane carried on Lester Leviston's work. So you can go to the releasetechnique.com, and they have wonderful courses. They have a call center where they're on the phones Monday through Fridays from 9 to 5. I believe it's 9 to 5:30 or 9 to 5. And they help you release if you're stuck. And then you got the Scientology. Then you got the meditation center. And you got Robert Shinfield. He has a thing called the creative process, where he shows you how to divest I am. And I'm using I am, but he doesn't say I am in his book. But he makes you realize that you're an infinite being. Divest I am off beliefs. And so let's say who you believe you are, you would divest I am off the belief. And he said, now it's not enough to divest I am self off the belief, but the judgments you have about that belief. So the judgments, so you believe you who, right? Then you have judgment about the who. Then he said, now that's not enough. Now you take the judgment, divest I am self off the judgments. And now you got one more thing to do. You go divest yourself off the would-be consequences of that belief and the judgments as that belief. And then he said, now there's an affirmation that comes along. And the affirmation goes like this. I feel, and I'm going to say I am instead of the word he used. I feel I am coming back to I am. And I feel I am surging as I am. And I feel I am expanding more and more as I am. And I feel I am expressing I am as I am three-dimensional holographic sun I am self. That means a visible physical life. Robert Shenfield, his book is called Busting Loose from the Money Game. That's in here. You don't have to try to remember all these things because I have them all here. That's why this book is titled, This is a Transcendental Meditative Self-Awareness Research Manual. So I refer you to all these sources I'm mentioning to back up everything I'm saying. Then there's the odd meditation. Wayne Dyer talks about the odd meditation. He went to India and studied with Dr. Pillai. And what you do is you do an odd meditation for 30 minutes. They said after 20 minutes, what's called MIND, misinformation needed demolition, which is a bunch of bad false recordings, disappears. And this no longer is interfering with you saying I am something. And then what happens when this disappears, you have access as city consciousness. City consciousness is a name that's the same as, it's a synonym for I am. Okay? And then you can just have a concept, or I like to call it an I am. Realization. I amization. I say I amization. I created that word. And bing, pops right up in the three-dimensional holographic realm. You are I am. That's what this book is talking about. And that's what this channel is about. I amology. And that's what I'm about. And that's what you really are. So thank you for coming to this channel. Please get a copy of this book. You'll see the link on the website, I Am Publication. When you click on that link, it takes you right to the website. And the website is www.youareverythinggood.com. That's the website. YOUARE everythinggood.com. And you get a copy of this book. This book is $50. Don't squawk about this $50. That's nothing. This book should be 50,000, if not 50 million. And some of these chapters at the end, you have a check. I explain how the chapters are written. So the chapter You Are Abundance, and the chapter You Are Millionaire, and the chapter You Are Prosperity, there's a check. The abundance check is 10,350,000. So you're I am yourself as that amount, right? And this whole book is written that you experience yourself as the end result. You hear Elmer Olaka Jr. quoting from Neville Goddard's books where they talk about the end result. You hear Tom Karen talks about that on Be Something Wonderful Studios. Well, here's a book where I've done the work for you. I've done the work for you. You don't have to try to experience it. You turn the pages and you are the end result automatically. The way I wrote these chapters, no other book is written like this. Repetitively. Each chapter, the words. Now I'm going to give you an example of the first chapter, and all of them are like this. 25 to 30 pages, when you see the word abundance, you see in parentheses YOU. And that goes on for each one of these concepts. Each one of these concepts, each chapter. You are power, millionaire, prosperity, tithing, power, wealth, riches, lottery winner, success, money, blessings. See, some people say there's 12 steps to success. No, you are success taking 12 steps. I am, say that I am success taking 12 steps. You're not, I am doesn't need to have no 12-step program to be I am. You already I am. Taking 12 steps. So everything you do is successful. Every step you take is a successful step because you are success. I am precedes the step. Like I am precedes Abraham. So I am success. So I precede every step I take. So each step has to be successful. Get a copy of this book. This book is an investment. On the next batch of books, you'll see I am an investment. Invest in yourself. You are the investment. Start investing yourself, the awareness you are, back into I am. And stop investing yourself out into all these other things. There's a scripture that says, when you know that I am, let all these other things go. And then there's another scripture that says, when I said that I am, all these things went backwards and fell to the ground. Whom do you say that I am? That's Matthew 16:15. Know that I am that I am. I am named. I am as I am named, and I will be known as I am from generation to generation. That's Exodus 3, chapter 3, verse 13 through 15. I am is self-empowerment, self-realization, and self-awareness. That's what you are. Are you afraid to do that? Are you afraid to realize that you are I am? Are you afraid to be self-aware? Are you afraid to be self-empowered? Are you really? You want to keep empowering these other things so you can be a slave to them? They can be a master over you? Is that what you like to keep doing with the life you are? Then keep on subscribing to the things that you subscribe to. And you know, if you keep subscribing to these, you're going to have a life full of lessons, baby. But when you start waking up and start empowering the I am you are, and then you enjoy a life full as blessings. So what do you like? Lessons or blessings? I take the blessings. I've already had the lessons. I've learned that I should not allow other things. I should not empower other things. Are you ready? This is a new year, 2023. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because if you are, you better go over there and get a copy of this book. And believe me, $50 is way low to what you're going to get in this book. I'm not playing around. Are you ready to stop playing around? Are you? Or you want to keep empowering these things so you can keep enjoying the, not enjoying, so you can keep on suffering the lessons? Or are you ready to start enjoying the blessings? This is a non-traditional, non-religious, joyful, happy, fun conversation. I'm not a minister. I'm not a deacon, not a pastor. I didn't study theology. I know I am ology, which equals you-ology, comma, no apology and no debate. No one can debate me. No one can debate I am and prove I am wrong. I'm not going to say me. And this is not, I'm not being narcissistic. If I was speaking from the head, somebody said, you want to be narcissistic or arrogant? No. Don't let that come out of your mouth so you can stop yourself from growing. Because see, the EGO, edging God out, or edging I am out, will have you speak that so that you won't come forth and grow. So don't judge and say somebody's narcissistic or arrogant. That's just something you're throwing out there. Just to keep from moving forward. To keep on learning lessons instead of blessings. And keep on learning lessons instead of learning as blessings. Have a life full of blessings, baby. It's better than one full of lessons. This will help you get there. And I refer you to other authors' books. I refer you to other YouTube channels. I refer you to other websites. It's a Transcendental Self-Awareness Meditative Research Manual. This book is written like no other book. $50 is nothing. Remember, invest in yourself. You are, I am the investment. You are the